What the heck are you smoking? What the heck are you smoking? Anyway. Hello, ladies and gentlemen and bacteria. General Steven, Ellie, like, welcome back to, Metroid, Zero mission. In the last part, I dealt with, trying to get certain little upgrades. Not too many of them, but just a decent amount of them. Oh, jeez. I didn't know you could do that. But anyway, I was dealing with, mostly, vaguely certain little things here and there, just trying to get little items and you know, objects here and there, and just getting upgrades as much as I could for Samus at least. To at least a degree. It's not the greatest, but at least it's something. Anyway. But I will say, though, in the last part, though, it was a little bit stranger to do certain little parts here and there. But it was a little bit of a weird recording overall. It was just not really great, but not really bad either. Oh, Jesus. This is Mother Brain. We don't really fully deal with her, at least not in a full form, until way later on in the series. But those little cutscenes happen technically a couple of times throughout the entire series, or throughout the entire thing in general. I don't know how many times, though, they just happen at certain points. I don't know, I could be wrong here and there, of whether or not they actually happen frequently in this game. They happen a decent amount in certain parts in this game. Not a lot, but a couple of times. I will say though, as a general little bit of a, a little bit of a hint here and there for anyone who's ever played this game or ever seen it, or wants to play it, I don't know. Don't fall into the stupid acid. And try not to be stupid like me. That's basically the rule number one of this playthrough. Do not do the stupid things I do. Because I am stupid. Don't, yeah, there we go. Yes. I'm pretty sure these things are going to be way more useful in the future. At least I think so, at least. I don't know. Like, I vaguely remember having to look for a lot of missing items. Well, actually, I just messed around and looked for a lot of items. Oh, Jesus. For Pete's sakes. Anyway, as I was saying, I vaguely remember going around different places looking for items. And while I did do that a lot, I did it a little bit more frequent. I did it at my own pace, and once I did find these certain little items here and there, guess what I did? I didn't really do much. Like, I just had enough in order to beat certain bosses, and they were fine and all. Or at least the last boss, because he's really weak to certain things. And while I did do well in finding a good amount of items in order to, not really run out of weapon pickups and, deal with the boss that way, the game said I still had like a good amount of both regular missiles and other upgrade system things here and there that I could have gotten if I bothered to look hard enough for it. Which I myself am like, I mean, like, it's like, oh hey, it's like, hey, you could get all the items and be a little bit stronger than you think you could be. I mean, you could, but then really there's no point. I don't know, I just don't really see the purpose of having so many items like that, in which you can just use them. It just feels weird. And I know what you're thinking. I know I'm supposed to go the other way in order to do this. But, I just want to see this real quick. Okay, I'm just checking. Okay. I know for a fact that this is like the way out, technically, but I can't do anything here, at least not until I get some items. So I'll keep Crater in mind as I go through this. Is that something I'm gonna have to get back to? No. No, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not getting a hit off. They're not gonna get a hit off. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Okay, whoa. Whew. Oh wait, I get it. I know what to do. I got it. Well, sort of. I hate the fact that, you know, those lava pools can really drain your health so much. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But, whatever. I'm able to push on through. Let's see, come on. There we go. And there we go. Perfect. I'm sorry if it's just me back and forth trying to get a lot of health. It's not really the greatest thing ever to watch, but I'm trying. There we go, perfect. This game, I think, rewards you for bothering to explore a bit, but I'm not sure whether or not you could count it as that. I don't know. Like, there's a certain group of people who love this type of style of gameplay where it's just like exploring every little nook and cranny until you find the one little block that gives you something. You know, just some, it's just like a miscellaneous spot here and there that you really wouldn't think about. And all of a sudden, you get rewarded for it with like a little bit of a reward system, which is basically, oh, you know, a simple missile upgrade, capacity upgrade. That's my reward for going through this entire little excavation where I use my bomb upgrade in order to pass through a particularly not easy level, in which I could have just skipped altogether, not really bothered with it, and I would have done about the same amount of reward to it. I'm being serious. I'm pretty sure to some degree, if you complete this game without getting everything, you can get a good ending that's still pretty good. It'd be tougher to defeat the boss with the minimalistic of items, and I'm pretty sure you'd still beat the game, in all intents and purposes, pretty easily, at least to the degree of the game's own merits. You know what I mean? I don't know, I could be wrong. Oh yeah, right. Can't go that way. But, looks like I'm gonna have to go out the other way, because I was stupid, and I went this way. Okay, if I get back down there, I'm going the other way the next time. Okay. Okay, nope, can't go there. Sorry if you hear heavy breathing, I'm kinda tired. I know this, I kinda took a break after the first episode. Well, not because of anything in particular, just because I thought I wanted to take a break. Okay. I will say, running in water in this game is kind of dumb until you get a specific upgrade, which is a pretty decent, you know, thing to get, at least. Which is kind of useless at the same time because, like, the water upgrade that I can think of specifically that you're going to get for this game really isn't all that too useful because you only deal with water, like, once in a blue moon in this game at best. I don't know, I just find it kind of pointless, honestly. I'm not saying like that as an insult, it's just, like, it's appreciated, but there's not that many water levels in this particular game. It's only this part that I'm pretty sure is going to get a water-esque upgrade. At least to some degree, I think so. Ugh. I really wish she had the ledge grab upgrade right now. And that is an upgrade you can get where you ledge grab, which is kind of dumb, at least in this context. Oh man. But whatever, I guess. Come on, get me out of here. Oh, wait, I think I know where this is sort of going. I had to get something to deal with that. But right now, I have to figure it out. And I think this is it. Unknown item. Now, these unknown, incompatible with current suit. With the current suit I have right now, it's incompatible. One thing I want you to keep in mind when I got that unknown item, especially when it comes to these Chozo statues, is that this Chozo statue seems to be cracked. Unlike the other ones, which seem alright. But the cracked ones give you special items that really don't tell you what they do, but they allow you to interact with other objects in the area that you originally wouldn't have been able to deal with. Like these blocks. You see these blocks? You saw those blocks and how they started to glow as soon as I got this particular item. Yeah, that's what these things do. That's what that item does. I'm pretty sure it remains with you at least until your next armor upgrade, because it says it's incompatible with our current suit. It didn't say that it wasn't incompatible with, it sort of does imply that there's another suit, but then again, you could, you know, technically sort of cheat and sort of say, hey, I know that for a fact that there's, like, another suit in this game because I've read, like, Wikipedia. But it sort of does hint at the fact that there is another suit you could get. I don't know, I think it's a little subtle, but I don't know, I'm pretty sure if you played Metroid, or at least heard about the story, and you've at least played this game itself, I'm pretty sure you're kind of familiar with what may happen here. I don't know, it's really all depending on whether or not you bothered looking up what could happen in the story, or if you didn't bother and decided to watch my playthrough of it for the story. Which I really can't explain much, because I myself do not know much. Oh, Jesus. I don't know much in terms of... because it's a little bit difficult to explain the story of Metroid, nor is it too easy to explain a good portion of things that do happen. But I will say, at least it's something. Here we go, finally. Here's the power grip. Yes, you can hang from ledges and corners. You can, as you hang from them, you can also aim your gun in that particular direction. Like this. You can aim it all in every direction. All you have to do is press up as you do as you're hanging onto a ledge. But it is a little bit weird, as you kind of have to do something else. Sorta. Like, if you're pointing in the direction where your gun is... If you're pointing in a different direction, like... Come on, grab it. Grab it. If you're pointing the other direction, if you have your gun pointing the... What the... Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Just make sure to jump in the direction you're sort of grabbing onto the ledge, because if you jump when you're pointing at a different direction, you're just gonna jump straight off. So just keep that in mind. I want you to keep that in mind, because it can be a bit of a hassle for some people. It can be a hassle for a lot of other people. I don't know. It really all depends on your own opinionated stuff on that. I won't get too much into it, but it's a bit of a pain to me, at least to some degree. And I found it a bit of a pain. I found it to be a bit of a pain myself. I'm sorry if there's like frame rate issues. I don't know what the heck is happening. But I will say that's at least a good little thing they did, where if you do grab onto a ledge that's a bit higher than you, what will happen is that you still will grab onto a ledge, but if it's like a crouch corner, Samus will immediately crouch into a ball itself. So quite literally, you don't really have to worry about like the whole, will I be able to do this or that or something. You get my point. Like, you won't have to worry about having to crouch down. She'll just go into the ball immediately. That's pretty cool. I will say though that this is also pretty cool. Where if you get to your ship at the very, beginning of the stage, you can sort of go around certain places. Not fully, but in certain places you can go different places. But the ship will act like both a equipment refill, health refill, and also a save point. So, if you want to go outside and, like, do a big one, you can do it here. Just be warned, it's not really, like, the best option since you have to go all the way out here. But it's at least something. I don't know, I found it interesting. All I do know is that now with the certain abilities you have in mind, you kind of are ready for almost anything. At least to a certain degree, because now at least you have more better options you have than you did before. At least I felt you do. At least I feel you do. Well, that's also another thing that you're gonna have to deal with. Those yellow doors are specifically for, I think, power bombs or power missiles. I don't know specifically, like, the terminology or certain words for certain objects in the Metroid series. I'll just tell you straight up. I only know the main core ones, like the I know the Morphball, I know the certain names for some of Samus's other suits and stuff. Not a lot of her suits. Like, there was a couple of them that were pretty odd and pretty obscure. There was also, like, certain weapon types that are specific that I don't know of. Some of them are basic names, and some of them are kind of convoluted to some degree. I won't lie, there are some ones that are kind of convoluted if you really think about it. But, other than that, they're not really bad, ideas for names, at least. And I just find it kind of weird that, like, it's kind of both an amazing thing and kind of a ridiculous thing that some creators have done to where you can actually consider some of their creations actual names, like, the Arion suit. And while some of these things are based off of real words, like Arion suit is, or I don't know how you pronounce it, the Avion suit? I know Samus's armor specifically is called something bird-like, which is what it's based off, or sort of based off. It's vaguely named after a bird, like avian. That type of thing. But I don't know. Well, that was still a pretty good excursion before having to go to the real thing over here. Which I'm gonna have to cut off here because, I don't know. I gotta edit this video because there was a little bit of an issue, as you could tell, possibly, of me trying to, do a lot of stuff in terms of just, the whole flummox here and there. I'm not sure what else to say, honestly, because all of that was just annoying to deal with. All I really gotta say is that, really, whatever happens next, I kind of blame just my mouse, or, well, not my mouse, just something in general, because my thing's really acting up. I don't want to say it because it's a little bit too early to talk about my emulation stuff. I might be talking about, well, I've already pulled it out of the bag, but it's a personal thing. It's a personal thing, honestly. I just wanted to point that out. I don't know. At the next save point, I'll just stop. But depending on whether or not I can actually get there. Okay, let's see. Oh, I know what those are. Specifically, I remember what they're meant for. Like, what exactly they represent, what they're supposed to do, and how you're supposed to interpret that. Come on, okay. Okay. Whew. Okay, careful. No, 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 no. Careful. Grab. Get. Go. Whew. Oh. Oh. Was it worth it? The ice beam. Ice beam! Now all I have to do is get out of this place with the ice beam in hand. That should be easy, right? Come on, heal me up. Thank you. Thank you, Papa Roach. No, just Papa, whatever you want to call yourself. But yeah, that's the free beam. It's your main beam now. Oh, great. Now, some of you may be curious, shouldn't I have gone the other way? Well, for one thing, it was way too hard going back that way. It would have been way too hard doing that. And second of all, it was blocked off. The other two doors, the green door and the yellow doors, those are specifically weapons that I don't think I'll get until later on in the game. So I can't open those. So I'm gonna have to go around in order to actually get out. Get back there. Because now I'm sort of still in the same area, am I? Yeah, I'm still in Norfair. It's just different. So I'll see y'all next time for the next video. Until then, sayonara, bye. Until then, take care, everybody. Whew! Man, this was a bit tiring. I don't know why it's tiring.